Welcome to the Wild Bunch podcast by Chief Jones. Today we have a special guest. We got Southeast legend, Morse High legend, Northern Arizona legend, Hamilton Tiger Cat legend. We got Dixie College. You feel me? Everything. We got Archie Amerson in the building, y'all. We got Archie Amerson. Say what's up to the people, man.
How you guys doing? I'm in here.
Yeah, man. So this episode, like I said, I want this podcast to be about giving Dago goats their flowers. You know what I'm saying? Even if you did make it to the league, I promise you, if you ask your dad, your uncle that was anywhere in the 90s, if you ask them about Archie Amerson, they go tell you Archie Amerson was that guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you was the first one, bro, and I appreciate you for coming through. You know what I'm saying?
No problem,
on
man.
a football Sunday.
Me, I had to come in for you, man.
For sure. So, man, talk to us. We're growing up in Southeast San Diego, man. What area you from? What neighborhood you from?
I grew up in Skyline. I played for Skyline and I played for Morse, man. I'm a true Tiger.
Tiger through and through, for sure. So, I was doing some research and it said Pops played baseball.
Yeah, Pops was real good at baseball. Even when I was a teenager, all the kids used to mess to him, try to pitch to him. He used to hit him across the K in that Sunshine.
Okay, Sunshine for sure.
Yeah.
I play that Sunshine.
Yeah,
you feel me?
if you Southeast, Sunshine.
For sure. So what position did he play?
He played shortstop, left field, center field. That dude could throw the ball from the fence all the way to the plate. No bounce. No bounce.
Right, for sure. So, did you ever play baseball?
Yes, I was actually better in baseball than I was football, to tell you the truth.
What position did you play?
I played shortstop mainly all the way till I got to Morse, and then I played center field, and then in junior college I played left field.
Okay. So, what made you take football more serious than baseball?
Football was just, it's more physical. I'm a physical guy. Baseball was fun. I started baseball at 5. I didn't start football till 9. So I actually played baseball 4 years before I played football. But football was just more exciting, more fun. You know how it is, man. I just love contact.
Yeah, I agree. That was one thing with me too, because I played I played baseball at Sunshine, and it was fun. But football was just more exciting. It was more action, play to play.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Fun.
I play outfield sometimes, so it's like you play with a good ass pitcher.
Yes.
You might not get a pop fly or nothing because he's striking out everybody.
Right.
But for sure, man. So Morris High School, you played for arguably one of the best coaches to ever, you feel me, coach football in San Diego.
Coach Shaq.
How was it playing for Coach Shaq?
Coach Shaq didn't play no games. We was talking outside, and I was telling him, I said, you was going to be in shape and you was going to be disciplined. Coach Shaq coached some of the hardest dudes to ever walk the Southeast streets and had them under control. That's how much of a G Coach Shaq was.
For sure. Like I remember, you was talking about like having to do conditioning. Like I remember when we was at Horizon, we had a segment called Team Toughness,
right.
And it was just gassers. We had to run gas. Everybody had to make them time, and if we didn't, we had to do it in the beginning of the practice. And if everybody didn't make their times, we would do it again after practice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and then they don't do that no more, man. These kids, man, they can't take it, bro. You tell a kid to do some gassers now, he might transfer on you, bro.
On Mondays, we played the games. So on Mondays we came in, we had to do 10 hundreds, and each one was one. So you really did 20 hundreds, and you had to be in time and all that. Then I think it was Tuesdays we ran. When you go up the lines, you go up, and then you go line, and you go down, you go up. We had to do that. Man, Coach Shaq wasn't no joke.
Okay, it's real disciplinarian, huh?
Ooh.
Okay, so so around the time you was at Morris, you guys were the team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You guys were the team. A lot of talented guys on there. And like I said, I was doing some research, and you said it outside. You played DB.
Right.
For the you're known as a running back. You feel me? That's what you're known for in Hall of Fames and all that.
Right.
But you were a DB by trade.
Right.
So did you ever want to play running back, or it was just all you knew was DB?
No, actually, I hated running back, tell you the truth, man. I couldn't stand playing running back. Anytime you ever see me play running back, it's because they made me. If you go look, I was all CIF at DB. I wasn't all CIF at running back.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you you really didn't like playing running
No,
back.
I hated playing running back, like with a passion.
I see the highlight. Like I seen highlights, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's ridiculous. You like, and you just didn't like.
No, I hated it.
So you was a DB, was a corner.
Yes, that's why I went to Northern Arizona as a DB. I didn't go as a running back. I was junior college player of the year, and
For a running back, right?
yeah, for running back. And Weber State wanted me to go there. They offered me a baseball and football scholarship. Said we'll pay you 2 checks a month. We'll pay for your apartment and we'll give you 2 checks a month. That's just your money. And I still wouldn't go because they wanted me to play running back.
Wow, that is crazy.
Real story.
That's crazy. So it was just that's just God telling you like, nah, I'm running. You were running back. So I seen when we won state, people made a post about talking about the top. Tell us who were the top 5 teams to ever come out of Dago as far as high school football and everything, and I always hear about the Morse teams in the '90s. I seen one. It was like I think I heard about. I don't know which year was it. Were you a part of that team? I think it was like one like the top teams like in the nation.
Oh, that was 90.
That was 90. So was
90
you
team
was you on that team?
Oh man, 90. I didn't even play on that team.
it was like some Miami shit.
What? Miami. I mean, 1990 was loaded. Like I
Who was on that team? Talk to us about the team.
Teddy Lawrence. It was Tommy Bennett, Donnie Nash, Donnie Ross, Gary Carey, Glenn Steele.
I know Glenn.
Yeah,
I know Glenn.
Yes.
He played at Morris?
Yes.
That's
Glenn
crazy.
Was a beast.
What position he play?
Played DN, tight end.
I can see it. It's a banger,
man,
huh?
Glenn
Bully.
Was a beast. Yeah, David Mallory. I mean, it's too many.
Okay. Any of those guys go to where they go to school at?
Tommy went to UCLA. Teddy went to UCLA. Gary and Kerry went to Arizona. Okay. I can't remember the big Samoan. He went to Navy.
Okay.
Man, shoot, it was a lot. They were everywhere, man.
For sure. So that was 90. So that was what, your junior sophomore year? That was your sophomore year. Okay, so you was like the little guy.
Yes,
you feel me?
Yes. This how they did me. This how dirty they did me getting pulled up. They gave me number 85
at corner at DB.
No, because I remember JV. They wouldn't let me play DB.
Okay, got you.
So I was playing the little slot.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. The
okay,
wingback. Yeah.
And they gave me a number 85, dude. And the 85 in the front was super big, and then in the back it was small.
What kind of face mask? Did they give you the Chuck?
No. I have my helmet. I have my helmet from JV.
They give you the Chuck. All right, for sure.
I wasn't that sorry.
Yeah, the Chuck was nasty.
Yeah, you got a Chuck,
that
bro.
Bar
he
in the
was
middle.
disrespected.
Oh my god, I want to give that to a kid to humble him one of these days. I'm gonna tell Day to bring a Chuck face mask.
Have him looking cross-eyed.
Yeah. Okay. So that was 90. That was 90. Your sophomore year. So, and you guys won CIF?
Yes.
Won CIF.
Undefeated.
Did they have state championships back then?
No, they didn't have state.
So like, did they just name somebody a state champion, or it was just your section and that was
just
it?
Your section, that was it. But what we would do is we would call LA teams, like Carson at the time. Carson was hot. Mm-hmm. Carson was number 1 in the nation. No, number like 2 in the nation. Number 1 in the state of California. Mm-hmm. So we called Carson down and gave it to them twice.
Okay.
Knocked them off twice.
Right, for sure. So that was sophomore year. Junior year, did you guys win CIF?
Nah, man, let me tell you this, dude. We're undefeated my junior year. So we was going to go 3 years in a row undefeated. Ugh. And Carrie, which is Gary's twin, we just beat Carson at Mesa College. Yeah, we had just beat Carson at Mesa College, and we were getting ranked, you know what I'm saying? We was coming back. And then Kerry went home, put his arm. He did something where his arm got cut. Oh. And we lost our quarterback for the rest of the season. We ended up losing like 4 or 5 games that year.
Okay, so that was your junior year. So then senior year, so I guess they make you play running back senior year?
Yeah, my senior year, Connor, if anybody know Connor Smith, Connor was a 3-year starter varsity, was on varsity 4 years. Was my friend. He's my fullback. Okay. Connor had over 20 touchdowns as a fullback his senior year. That's how good Connor was.
That's crazy. As a fullback.
Connor had about 1,200, 1,300 yards rushing as a fullback. Like true fullback, line up in front of the tailback fullback. And
take a fullback dive and go to work.
Go take a fullback dive and go 60.
That's
like
crazy.
literally, he was the beast.
Through the A gap.
Yes, out of here, and they couldn't even catch him. You know how fullbacks get caught? Nah, Condon didn't get caught.
Crazy.
And they was like, man, we need a running back because Gary Taylor, who held the record in San Diego, he held the record, the single season yards record for 17 years, and he had left. And they was like, man, you got to fill them shoes. I'm like, man, I don't know, them shoes big.
But it looks like you answered that call. You feel me? Senior year says you have 1475, led the section, CIF champ, and CIF offensive player of the year.
Yes, but I tell you what, the first 6 games I was trash.
For real?
Yes.
Had to find your flow.
Oh my God, I was bad, dude. I mean, like, you know, I knew how to hit the whole full speed. I knew how to hit the whole hard, but I was gonna get 4, 5. I was like a big back little guy. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then like about week 6, something just clicked and shoot, it was on after that.
For sure. Who'd you guys play in CIF?
We played Poway. Poway had a 6'5" receiver who was a beast. They just throw the ball up to him.
Jump ball.
Oh man, he was a beast, dude.
Okay. Man, so you have a hell of a senior year. You feel me? How was your recruiting process?
Nothing.
Was it
no offers?
Was it because of the whole height thing and stuff like that?
You know, back then size mattered a lot. Like now, you know,
it still matter now.
Yeah, it's not as bad though, is it?
Well, I think now with the transfer portal, I think they're starting to take less chances on those type of guys because they'll just go in the portal and look for somebody. Right, you know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying, though. There are still more guys probably getting chances. But I would think, you feel me, CIF Player of the Year.
No, man.
You know, Morse, Tiger, y'all was the hot guys. So it's a long line of running backs that came through there.
Right.
And it was just nothing.
Nothing. I was a 0 star.
So you went. So you didn't get down or nothing like. Did you get down at any point in time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just.
Well, yeah.
Did you ever think about maybe it's just not for me?
You know, when you put in a lot of work like that and you don't get no recognition, you know, it kind of bothers you. But I always used it. I was like, I ain't the last of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get in somehow. Somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. So you went the JUCO route.
Yes. So what happened was, Connie and I was telling you guys about Dixie College, which is now Utah Tech.
Utah Tech. Yeah.
They came to recruit Connie, and they were watching video. They was coming to sign his scholarship. Yeah. And they were watching the videos, and they seen me on the videos, like, who's number 9? It keeps popping up on the videos. So Coach Shaq was like, that's Archie Amerson. They came and got me out of class.
Like, hey, come here, we want to holler at you.
Yeah, they got me out of class, like, what you got going on? I was like, nothing. They was like, well, we got a scholarship. You want to come there? Junior college had a scholarship. Dorms and everything. They was like, you want to come? I called my mom at work, and my mom was like, sign it right now.
She did not want me in San Diego. Nah, I feel that. That you just needed to get out.
Yeah,
she was
go
like, see some different stuff.
You're not gonna be here hanging around the homies.
Yeah,
you're gonna go to school. Get out of here.
So you go to Dixie State, and you're playing running back, right?
Right.
Okay, so it says you had about around 3,000 yards. Your second year, 94, you led the nation.
Yes.
In JUCO with JUCO backs.
Yes.
16,091, 20 tubs.
Yes, sir.
JUCO All-American.
Yes, sir.
That guy. That talk about the JUCO. Talk to us, man.
JUCO was actually harder than university because in JUCO, I played in Utah. They're Mormons, so they go on their trip. I can't remember what it's called. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want the Mormons on me.
Yeah, I get you. I know what you're talking about.
They would go on their little things.
Yeah. Missionary.
Yeah. They would go on missions.
Mission.
And then they would come back. So I had dudes on my team 24, 25 years old. Yeah. I'm 18.
I always hear that about BYU. Like they have a lot of older guys.
So I'm 18 playing against grown men. So when I went to university, I was like, this is easy. I had a fullback 26, a backup tailback 26. They had families. They used to literally have families on the hill watching us practice. Moms, dads, wives, kids.
Yeah, when I was in college, in Kansas, this dude was this running back. He was like an All-American. He was like the guy. Right. And they said he was like 24 with 3 kids and a wife, whole family, and still playing college football.
Had a whole team of those.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then the whole division was like that because you playing all through Utah, all through Arizona. So you was playing grown men at 18.
Okay. For sure. So then you go through the JUCO process, and then did your recruiting process pick up after that?
Oh, man. I got to tell this story. It wouldn't be right if I didn't tell this story.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. So, that's what we're here for.
I got, I was getting recruited. I had Oregon. I had Washington State, Tennessee, and it was one more I can't remember, but they was all coming, all talking to me. I had trips set up to Tennessee, Washington State, Oregon. I had trips set up, and man, we had a lot of trouble with Polynesians when I was in junior college. So if a Polynesian caught you by yourself in junior college, they'll jump on you. So it got so bad that we had some people from Washington, D.C. If you know anything about Washington, D.C., back in the day, they put the razors in their mouths. Mm-hmm. So they taught us how to put the razors in our mouths. So if they caught us alone, we spit it out, put it in our hand. They knew it, and they'd back up. Because they didn't want to get sliced with they didn't want to get sliced with the razors. Like Tupac on juice. Oh, God. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I thought about.
Yeah. So we would spit it out, and they knew. Like, you spit it out, they would stop. So we're getting in fights all year, practice. We had to shut practice down. We was getting in fights. Locker room. You know how much you got to.
Polynesians on your team? Or these
on the team.
Damn.
On the team. And
you can't even get together for the team?
Nah. It was full out brawls in practice. And then, I swear, dude, you know how much you got to hate a man to fight him naked? I seen dudes fight in the showers, in the locker room. It was that bad.
Man.
So, I'm getting recruited. We get through the season, and it's a 3-on-3 tournament, 3-on-3 basketball tournament. I told the homies, it was the homies from Vegas. I said, man, don't play. It's been funk all year. Yeah. You already know how this gonna go. You know what I'm saying? If we play, it's gonna be trouble. So long story short, they played. It's the game point. The homie Terrell from Vegas, he goes up. They clothesline him. Bam, knock him to the ground. He gets up. Damn, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Don't be doing that, cuz. You know what I'm saying? So the smart dude was like, whatever. So he goes back to the line. He goes up again. They do it worse the second time. He jumps up, squares off, said, you know what? Never mind. He walks back to take the ball out, and they stole on him from the back. So what I was telling you how the families was there, the families all jumped in. So they jumping us all, and we in a church basketball court. We inside a church. And it's just fights going on all over the courts.
That's crazy.
And that's how they blamed it also. Long story short.
They Allen Iverson you.
Yeah, they blamed it on me. I come back from break. You know, you break before the bowl games. Yeah. I come back from break. I go back. And I go to the store, and they got me on the front page of the newspaper, not the sports section. 3 felonies, 3 misdemeanor charges.
Okay, so I don't know if this. So is this a different brawl than the one at? Did you have one at NAU too?
No, we didn't have one at.
So this is okay. So this must have been the one I heard about. This happened at Dixie.
This is Dixie.
Okay, so I was gonna ask. Okay, so this okay,
right.
Boom.
Right.
Okay, damn. So that kind of hurt your recruiting right there, then, right?
Man, they had me inciting the riot, being the leader of a riot.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm the littlest guy there, but somehow I was a kingpin.
Man, they Allen Iverson you, bro. Yeah, that's Allen Iverson.
They got me. Yeah. So I was in the weight room. They tell me I need to sign some papers to go to court. And I'm like, we'll go to court for? It's a fight. Like, nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Yeah, we go to sign the papers in the security office, and about 30 police bust in, homie, take us to jail. That's how they did us.
So what was the papers for then?
They faked us out. They was like, come fake like you sign these papers. So we in there, they gave us some papers.
And then
they busted in. Like, we in here, and they busted in. Took us to jail. So, shoot, we got out. Shiesty. And then they suspended me for the bowl game. So I didn't get to play in the bowl game. And I was in the weight room that next Monday. Everybody called the weight room and canceled all my trips at one time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Damn. So then, we talked. So you had Weber and NAU pretty much.
Well, there was no NAU. It was just Weber State. It was Texas A&M, Kingsville, Pacific. So it was like a lot of D2s.
D2.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know how it is. You know, balled out. I'm like, damn, man. Like, this is what it is. Like, why does this always happen? You know what I'm saying? So I did get down at that point. Like, I think football's over. You know, I done put in all this work, and it's never working. So, you know, I called my mom. I think I'm going to quit football. Same thing. I was like, you crazy. If you don't get your ass out there and ball up, I'm tired of you calling me. That's how my mom was. Tired of you calling me with this bull crap. You going to ball up, and you going to do what you do. It's something going to happen. Yeah. So then Weber State was only D1 recruiting me. D1 AA. They would do and that's when they was offering everything. And then my homeboy, rest in peace, Jared Loggins, he called me from NAU and said, we got 1 scholarship left, but it's for DB. Oh oh my God, bro. I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, tell them, call me
right
today.
now, yeah.
So they called me. I went on a trip the next day, and I signed on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's your recruiting process then, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then you go to NAU, and you're going there as a DB.
Yes.
And then how many games until the starter gets hurt?
He was hurt the year before
Uh-huh.
in Brian Galbraith. He was good too. BG back then ACL. You remember back then?
ACL, that was career.
Yeah,
that was,
but he
that
came
was
back.
It. He came back.
But it was later, so they hit me up, and the head coach was the offensive coordinator, Coach Axman. And Axman was like, I need you to play running back. The running back's not ready.
He wasn't even ready to start the season.
No. And this is like,
so they didn't have a backup, or you was like that option?
I mean, I guess I was just that option. And so it's like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks before the season starts, we're going to play New Mexico at Mexico. Brian Urlacher and them over there.
Mm.
And he came to me, he said, "Why don't you play running back?" I said, "I didn't come here to play running back. I came here to play DB."
Yeah.
And I had already worked from fifth string. You know, at college, you start at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I was rotating with the ones. So I was like, man, I done worked all my way up, all the way to the ones. Like, nah, we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
And so he was like, look, I'm the head coach. I said, you going to play running back.
My bad to cut you off. Do you ever think that he kind of had a plan in his head, like bringing you over there, like at some point in time, I'm going to give him the running back, or you think you was going to be full DB?
I think I was going to be full DB, but I think he had it in his head. Like
if something happened,
yeah, we got him over there.
Because he got in him. Like, you feel me? A couple carries, he's going to snap back into it. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
He threw me at running back, and then he told me he made me a deal. He said you could play. So I would play running back in the morning and DB in the afternoon. I would play both. So I was like, ooh, they're gonna let me do the play both.
Oh, okay.
Plays.
So you go. So practices. You'll practice DB here.
Yeah.
And then in the afternoon you'll practice. So this is in camp then.
Yes, camp.
Okay.
Yes. And when I played running back, I was dropping handoffs on purpose. I was fumbling on purpose. These are all true stories.
Oh, man.
I was dropping the ball on purpose. I would get blasted on purpose, land on the ground on purpose.
You really didn't want to play running back,
no,
bro?
I hated running back with a passion. So the D's, I messed up. This is where I messed up at. We had the number 1 defense in the nation that year. They was raw. We had dudes from everywhere. They was real good. I can't even lie. And they got the talking mess. They was like, man, you sorry. Yeah. You sorry. We don't want you on defense no more. You sorry. You like one of the sorriest dudes that came to the school.
They started pushing them buttons.
Yeah. And I was like, I would not allow nobody to call. That just, it was just automatic.
I ain't sorry no matter what. Yeah. So now you got to get it.
Yeah. So I got the ball, scored a couple times in a row. And you can see the running back coach following me running, like with his hands, like, I found a running back.
I got it.
And I was walking back to the huddle like,
I know the feeling. He feel like he struck gold.
Oh,
like, yes.
my God. I was like, why did I do that? So, man, they called me into the office, and the head coach was like, hey, you're playing running back. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're not playing. Just forget DB. Come out here. Here goes the playbook. Learn this is Monday. Learn it by Friday. We play Saturday. So learn this playbook by Friday. I'm like, what? So then I'm like, nah. So then the defensive coordinator comes in, and the defensive coordinator is like, nah, you play a defense. So they got into it. And the defensive coordinator goes out, slams the door. Homie.
He's hot because
pictures are falling off the wall. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Coach was like, you want to play here?
Got to play running back. Yeah.
Yes.
Had to make a G call. Like,
yeah, he G-balled me. Yeah.
From there you can go home. So, so that's so that first year. I'm looking 1,117 yards, 12 tubs the first year.
Right.
And then the second year, that's when you go crazy. You go 2,079, 25 tubs. You have a 300, damn near 300 against Portland State.
Right. And
you the Walter Payton Award winner.
Right.
That's pretty much like the Heisman.
Yes, that's a Heisman for D1AA.
What do you think was the difference between that first year and that second year?
The first year I was splitting time.
Okay.
So the first year was a rotation, so I could like it was hard. It's hard to get in the groove at running back when you rotate.
Yeah.
Like that's real hard.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I feel like running back is if you want a good running back, you got to give them 20, 25 to get in that rhythm because they might be tearing you up the first 15. Yeah. And then the next 5, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your yards most of the time later on. So do you think you so that's just what it was? It was just more It was just you wasn't splitting carries that second year.
Yeah, it was more reps.
More reps.
Yeah, and then plus you had a year in, so it was just more comfortable. Than my line was crazy.
Okay, for sure.
Matter of fact, when I go to NAU on the 21st, all my linemen are coming.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
that's what's up. And you're going there for what again?
They're going to re-retire my number.
Yeah.
And then they just got an $80 million. So you from San Diego, you want to play some football. Northern Arizona just got an $80 million building, underwater treadmills, underwater pools, all that stuff. We up there now.
Okay, so they stepping it up.
Yes, they stepping it up.
That's what's up. Yeah, because I done been to I haven't been to NAU yet, but with our 7-on-7 team, we travel and stuff. We done been to we went to Arizona State, so I done seen like the underwater treadmill. That stuff is nice.
Yeah,
so that's what's up that they stepping up. So you get your number retired. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Walter Payton Award winner.
But one thing we got to correct is I had 2,300 and add 2 more touchdowns, so that's 28, right? Mm-hmm. They ain't got my stats right. They need to get that right. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I need all my.
I feel it. Hey, we gonna let's get them right.
Right.
Okay, so. Man, you was that guy, pretty best player, Division I AA. So after college, did you get any combine? Did you get a combine invite?
Oh,
like how that work out,
bro?
So you the number one dude. I feel like those guys get. I feel like now they get those. I feel like I'll be seeing some of those dudes from schools like that.
I did go to Hula Bowl in Hawaii.
That's the Senior Bowl.
Well, no, it was the Hula Bowl. It was just Hula Bowl.
Gotcha.
They still had the Senior Bowl and they had a couple other bowls, but Hula Bowl was like one of the main ones.
Okay.
So I went to Hawaii and we went to practice. Dude, I was killing. Lou Holtz was our coach.
Okay. Notre Dame.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So I was killing in practice, and I was killing the linebacker so bad that the DB started yelling at me and was like, "You can't go against the linebackers no more. You're
go
cheating."
Against the DBs.
So I get in the business too. You know what I'm saying? So we had to meet. You have to meet with all the teams. So it's only a couple of teams wanted to meet with me, and the Ravens was one, and Ozzie Newsome was there. Ozzie Newsome, Hall of Fame tight end, was like, "Why are you not on the combine list? You've been killing these dudes all day, all week."
He know talent. He
goes
like, and finds them.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I was used to it. So he wrote me. He's like, "Nah, I seen him myself write me on the list. You're invited to the combine." I still never received the invite to the combine.
Damn.
So I'm sitting at home after Junior College Player of the Year. So first I'm Junior College Newcomer of the Year. Then I'm Junior College Player of the Year. Then I'm Big Sky Newcomer of the Year. Then I'm Player of the Year again. And I'm sitting at home. And I'm Hula Bowl MVP. I was the MVP of that too. And I'm sitting at home like, what I'm going to do? So I had plans to go back to college because I had, they give you that 5th year. I was going to go back to college and say, forget it, let me finish my school.
At NAU or you going to go somewhere else?
NAU.
Okay. You didn't want to go like nowhere bigger just to try it out? Like fuck it?
I mean, my football was done.
Okay.
So I was just like, let me go back.
Just to go. You was going to go back to school.
Yeah, just to go back to school only.
Got you.
Like football was over. They wouldn't let me redshirt. I had to play all 4 years. Got you. So I was like, okay, let me just go back to school. My homie Jared was up there still. And my homie Damon Patrick went up there. So I was like, well, I just go up there, hang with them, go to school. And I got a call from my coach. My head coach asked me, was like, you still want to play football?
Your head coach from NAU?
NAU.
Okay.
He was like, you still want to play football? And I was like, I didn't play this long for nothing. Heck yeah. He was like, well, Saskatchewan in CFL, Canadian Football League, has your rights. Because every player has, the Canadian team have your rights. So it's not a draft for Americans, but every team have you on a list. So if you decide to come to Canada, you go to that team. They claim you.
Just off the film. There's no workouts.
They know who you are. No workouts, no nothing. They just know who you are and they put you on the list. This is our guy. And then Hamilton called Saskatchewan and said, we want to make a trade. And they did a trade, and that's how I got to Hamilton. So he was like, you want to play? And I was like, hell yeah. And that was like a Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I was on the plane.
Going to Canada.
Wow. I missed camp. Wasn't no camp. Camp was over already. So I get there, and I'm out there full game mode every practice. And you got to remember, they just got out of camp. Yeah. So all the veterans is yelling and screaming at me, fresh legs, slow your ass down.
I'm trying to eat, homie. You got it. Nah.
I am on practice roster making $400 a week. Whew. Y'all out here making thousands of dollars a week, and you telling me to slow down. I will fight everybody in the locker room before y'all debo me out here.
For sure. So that's kind of one of my questions is how did you get to Canada? Yeah. So This is around what, 1997, right?
Yeah, 97 summertime.
Okay, so like you said, you started on the practice squad.
Right.
So the starter got hurt?
No, they wasn't doing too good. They were 0-2. They started off 0-2. This is a true story too. The head coach, Don Sutherland, we call him Sudsy. Sudsy was like you, homie. Mean defense coordinator. He shut everything down, homie. Sure. And he knew who to pick. He knew where to put everybody. Like he might put a linebacker at the end.
Got you.
He like you mix it up. He was just like that. And this dude was a beast, but he was a head coach at the time. Yeah. And he came to me back in the day. They had kegs in the locker room, so they lost. Kegs. Yeah, kegs like drink beer kegs. Yeah. So we lost the game, and I walk in there, and this dude's faded. He comes up to me. He's like, "We're gonna play you next week." He said, "I tell you what, there's two things you can do." He said, "I can either send your asses back to the beach of San Diego, or you can write yourself a contract." And I looked him dead in his eyes. Yeah. Go get the contract. I'm not going back home. And shoot, the next 4 games, I was player of the game. And they used to give you watches. You can ask my brother Dante. They used to give you watches for player of the game, big $500 watches. Everybody in my family had a watch my first year.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So you had to take advantage of the opportunity.
Yes.
That's pretty much your whole career, your whole
life.
Whole career, man. So persevere through it all.
Right.
You got to Canada, got to play some pro ball.
Right.
And so this is 97.
97.
You have 1,044 or all-purpose yards.
Right.
So how was the rookie year? Like, what challenges did it provide you?
Oh, like man, that. It was the speed
of the game.
And if you know anything about the CFL, it's 20-second play clock.
Oh, so wow.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a faster pace.
And it's only 2 plays to get a first down. You punt on third.
Is it still 10 yards to get it?
Still 10 yards.
Okay, so in Canada, is the field is wider?
It's wider and longer.
And then you have 12 people in the field?
Yeah, 65 yards wide. I hope I'm right because the Canadian people going to get on me. But it's 65 yards wide and like 120 yards long. The end zones are 20 yards. So you can run a regular route from the 5.
And then be in the back of the end zone and all that.
Yes.
Got you. So, yeah, like I said, what challenges for your rookie year?
It was just like the speed in it. In my first game, I literally damn near died, dude. It was moving so fast, and the pace was so fast. I was like, "Ref, can I please just get back to the huddle?" Like, you be trying to get back to the huddle, and the play already be starting again.
Yeah, play clock.
Man, they were yelling at me. And some dudes I had played against in college I didn't know. So they on the other side of the field talking about, "Get back to the huddle, Big Sky. Get back to the huddle, Big Sky." I was like, "Ref, help me out, please."
Okay. So what was the weather like out there?
-40, -50. God. Wind blowing 40 miles per hour.
And you're playing in this?
And we're playing in this. So the wind is so bad up there that they punt out of field goal. Like, so you might play games, you getting field goal, like you kicking a field goal, and that's how you punt.
And you got to run down here.
Yeah, so that you kick a line drive, and then the wind is so much that you have to have 3 returners. So we have a returner on both outsides and one in the middle just to try to catch it.
Gotcha.
Because the punter can get the ball, or if you put a guy behind the punter, he can get the ball. So it's no like you don't have fair catch. It's 5-yard rule. So you got to run the punt every time. But they can't come within 5 yards of penalty.
Okay, so you got room to.
Yeah, but if they put somebody behind the punter and kick it in the air, he could come get the ball. So the ball's live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So on those days, dude, it's like it's crazy.
I got you. So that was your rookie year. It's like a good rookie year to me.
Right.
Get 1,000. So you get to the next year, and they start moving you in the slot.
Yes. Well, we go halfway through the year. I got like I think I'm like 3rd in rushing in the whole CFL. But we had this dude named Ronald Williams. He was a beast. He's from Clemson. He was a big dude.
Big back, right?
Big back,
215, 210.
Like us. You know, he's still athletic, like jumping over people.
Gotcha.
Running bombs. Like he was a big dude with doing all that. And halfway through the season, they came to me where he told them let him come to me. You know, we had a good relationship. And he said it's about to get cold. We need a big back. And
coach tried to find some way to twist it, make you feel good. Like, all right, makes sense.
So he came, told me. I was like, you know, I said, but the only good thing about it, they was like, we need you to play slot. the good thing about it is we played in the street all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew how to catch.
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to run routes just from playing street ball.
Yeah.
And then a little bit at Morse, I played a little bit receiver, so I knew how to play it, but I never played it in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they threw me out there, and it was swim or drown.
Mm-hmm.
I chose to swim.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So this is 98. And then you start being a kick returner too, right?
Yeah, started doing punt return, kick return.
Okay, so you have 65 catches, 750 with 5 tubs, and then like you said, okay, so you started running, so you was 703 on the ground, and 3 tubs, 6 in the league in all-purpose yards, and you guys lost in the championship that year.
Oh my God, dude. Lost on the last second field goal to Jeff Garcia.
Niners quarterback.
Yes.
I didn't know he played Canada too.
Yes. I played Doug Flutie too. Damon Allen.
How was that game?
Oh my God. So that's the game. If you watch the videos, if you look on when I post the video, that's the game I made those two dudes knock each other out.
I did see that. Yeah.
So that's the end of the game. That's
and like when I seen that, right, the first thing I thought about was Mike Vick. I thought he was the first person to do it. And when I seen that, I said, okay, Archie was the first person to do that, to make two people run into each other.
And those dudes were the 2 hardest hitters in Canada. So if they would have hit me, I'd probably still be laying on the field.
Because one of them knocked out, right?
Both of them. Both of them was asleep. Both of them was asleep. So that was the end of the game, though. We went and we scored, and it's probably like a minute something left. We squib kick. Instead of kicking it deep, we squib kick. They run like 3 plays, kick a field goal, no time left. We lose a Grey Cup. Okay. No time on the clock.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's 98.
Right.
98, you guys come up short. 99, you re-signed with the team. Got hurt a little early.
Yeah.
That year.
Punt return. Dude hit me low. Big 6'5" dude hit me low. Come on, bro. I'm like, how do you even get down there? You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting that, but that was crazy because as being little, they would always hit me low. And I never understood it, but they would always hit me low. And I tried to like move, and he caught me good, and he messed my MCL up, man.
So you missed a couple games. You still end up 47 catches, 700 yards in 13 games. But this year, you guys win the Grey Cup.
Yes.
And then who'd you guys play in that game?
We played Calgary again, but Jeff Garcia had left, and we played against Dave Dickinson. Okay. Dave Dickinson's the Montana GOAT. For real? This dude threw for probably 20,000 yards in college.
For sure. So what do you think was the difference in the team that won and the team that lost?
I thought the 98 team was better, but I think we was just so hungry from that loss. You could just feel it in camp. Like, it was a whole different atmosphere that next year. We was like, we ain't losing this
hungry.
year. Yeah, we got to go get it this year. Yeah.
For sure. Do you think that was probably the most talented team you played on or the best team you played on?
98 was.
98 was?
98 was loaded.
Okay.
But 99, it was close. But I think 98 was a little better, dude.
That's how it worked out, too, bro. Like, you think you got it all, and you think that's the year you're going to win it. And then you don't win it, but then the next year you come back, you guys stay together, and that's the one. Sometimes you got to go through that tough loss and that experience to get, you feel me?
Right.
Winning a championship at any level is hard. It don't matter if it's youth. I just did middle school flag football. My team was terrible, but winning a championship at any level is hard.
Real hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. People don't understand that. They think, oh, you got talent, you can just, no. And it's actually, like we was talking earlier, it's actually harder to coach when you got all these people with expectations.
Yeah, because you got all the guys and you have the expectations, but then they understand you still got to go through the trials and tribulations.
It's not gonna be easy
that a team has to go through because you got to build that chemistry.
Build it up.
You need all that.
Deal with the personalities. And I know high school's a little better. You don't have to deal with the parents as much.
So like that, like kind of going off track. So, like you said, you got to manage personalities and stuff like that. With the team we won state. You know, I had, like, just for me personally, I had Josiah, Adrian, Hunter, PV, Chris, Josh, Carol, Chris White. Yes. We had Corey. But we had so much talent. We had a slow start because we just didn't have the chemistry. Right. You know what I'm saying? We had to build that chemistry, and we had a slow start. We weren't a good defense until about week 4. You know what I'm saying? We was really average those first 3 weeks. So, like you said, man, it doesn't matter how much talent you have. You gotta put it together. You gotta go through those trials and tribulations.
Figure who to put where, because it might be 3 dudes who could play the same spot.
Exactly. That exactly was the problem.
You gotta convince them. Like, okay, I know you a DB, but I need you at outside linebacker.
Like I had 3 safeties. You feel me? I can't play 3 deep safeties. Somebody's gonna have to move up.
I need you to play dime. You know what I'm saying? Like it be like that.
So 99, you win the Grey Cup. 2000 looks like to me probably your best year individually. Yes. 70 catches, 1,198 yards, 6 tubs, another 948 returning, and then you were second in the league in all-purpose yards.
Yes, I had about 3,600 that year, all-purpose.
Whew, man. What do you think was like? Did you train different? Did you just feel like you was in your top physical prime?
I think I finally got a look. You know what I'm saying? Like in Canada, one thing I say about Canada is like still to this day, I don't feel like I did as much as I should have. Like maybe I'm just never satisfied, but I just felt like I was always the third, fourth option. So anytime I touched the ball, I had to make a play. Yeah, that's how I felt.
Had to score it right then.
Yeah, I had to do something. Yeah. Because I didn't know if I was gonna touch the ball again.
Yeah. Got you. So we go through So it's 2000. Had a monster season, and then 2001. Did they not want to re-sign you? Y'all couldn't come up with a number. What was it?
Bro, another story. So this guy named Marty York in Canada. If you know Marty York's the dirty reporter. So he's the one. If he writes a story about you, it's gonna be negative. And he got some. I don't know what happened, but the coach wrote a story about me. I guess they didn't want to pay me, so they wrote a story saying I was a bad locker room guy. My teammates didn't like me, and all this stuff. So I go through that whole offseason thinking, it's my time to get paid. I just balled up. Bro, I didn't sign till maybe 2 weeks before camp. I wasn't getting my offers was low. I had 2 offers. I had like Calgary and Toronto. So Hamilton
because they messed up all your offers then.
Yeah, Hamilton didn't offer me at all.
Damn.
So I went to Toronto like a couple weeks before camp, and they had a freaking offensive coordinator named Jenkins. Jenkins from Texas. Jenkins said nobody could play football but Texas and Florida. Jenkins cut every California receiver on the offense. And
you said he's from Texas?
From Texas.
Carter, man. I told y'all, man, y'all Texas dudes better stop hating, man.
And he said it in front of the whole. You went in meetings in the office because he's the office coordinator. We're in the meeting. He goes in there and was like, in front of the whole team, was like, man, California, these California guys in here, they ain't no good. Only players are good are from Texas and Florida. We're gonna get rid of all, and said it in front of everybody and cut all of us. And then Pinball, who I had played against, who's now the head coach at Toronto, was like, don't worry about it. Bring your car. You know, I had to ship car. That's $1,000, $1,300. Ship your car there. Yeah. And Mississauga is in between Toronto and Hamilton. It's expensive, like living in La Jolla. Yeah. So we got apartment costs all this money. He had me do all this stuff, and then they cut me. But I was hurt.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, I was hurt.
Ankle or something like that?
My thigh had got kneed in my thigh multiple times, and it was causing, like another bone was trying to grow. It was bad. Yeah. So I used to go through training, like real tough massages, like crazy, like damn near crying massages. And they tried to cut me, but I was hurt. And the trainer came to me and told me, the trainer, I can't remember his name. I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. But the trainer
cut you while you hurt, right?
Yeah, he said they can't cut you. He said I got you. And they tried to cut me because I had set up my contract where you'll never know how much I made because I had a lot of contract money coming from outside the team. Gotcha. So I had $20,000 untaxed. But I would get $5,000 at the end of the month untaxed, and it come from a whole other company. So my payment was due. Tried to cut me before my payment was due.
Yeah.
He said, nah. So he got me 7 game checks, and he got me 2 of those checks.
For sure.
So I lived good. I was still good. And then when Hamilton called, when I got back healthy, Hamilton and Calgary called again.
And that was in the mid-season?
Yes. It was like week 8. And they like, is he ready? And dude came to me, said, are you ready? And I was like, I was ready. I said, I'm ready. But I would sneak to the facility when it was dark, early in the morning. I'd go out there before anybody was up. And because I didn't want them to see me full speed. I knew they could cut me if they see me full speed. But I still had some issues, so I didn't want them to be able to get away with that. Yeah. So I would go out there early in the morning before anybody came. And I would work out, and I was healthy. I finally was healthy. I told the trainer, I'm ready. So he's like, okay. So Hamilton calls. It's just a drive, 30 minutes. So I was like, I'll be there. I'll be back down there today.
Okay. So that was 2001?
Yes.
And then so You back at Hamilton,
Right.
2002. You back healthy now?
Yes, back healthy.
So you got 61 catches, 970 yards. Did you still return that year? Or you just went back?
I think I did return. I don't think I returned as much though. Yeah.
Okay. So like a specialist, like they might need one. Like, hey,
yeah, they go get it. Yeah,
for sure. So that was 2002.
Right.
So do you think like after around this time, do you think you're starting to get at the end of it? Like as far as like your injuries piling up, do you feel like
no?
that?
I was still fresh.
Still fresh?
I felt like I was just now getting good.
Okay.
So I didn't have not to cut you off, but my years, I never had a receiver coach. I played pro football and didn't have a receiver coach until my last year.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we taught ourselves. We went in there with receivers. We'd get together, go to the film room, watch film, and tell each other, like, look at this, look at that, look at this.
This is pro. Like,
pros. Never had a coach. Yeah.
Crazy.
And never had played receiver, never had a coach. So I'm running.
That's what I was just thinking in my head. So you had to learn pretty much a new position.
Yes.
Professionally,
yes,
you got moved in it.
Yes,
you had to learn it, and then pretty much coach yourself through it.
Yes, and I didn't even know how to run routes. I was running banana routes. If you know
the shit off,
all wide because I'm just throwing moves like I'm running back on routes. And then finally, 2003, I think 2003, we got a coach.
Yeah, I think they said that was the year. I think it said you didn't go home that year. You stayed in Canada off season?
Yeah, so I stayed. My last 3 years, I stayed. I would come home for Christmas. I would come home for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and I would leave in the middle of January and just go back to my spot.
Man, so, okay, so 2000, I'm guessing 2000, so I think I read it was 2003, bad, kind of hard, tough season, not much success.
Man. I had that was probably my best year receiving,
best year?
But we was second, no, because my best year was that 1 year. But we was sorry. It was 1-17.
Right? Yeah, 1-17. Yeah. How was that year, man? That's tough.
Dude, my first year we were 2-16.
Okay.
So I had been through it already. So I was already prepared for it.
Yeah, so one win.
One win.
2003.
That year, the first year we was actually good, but we just lost every year at the end of the games. That last year, dude, we wasn't too good that year right there. It was like revolving door. It was so many people coming in out the door. They had boxes of nameplates where they would drop name. You know, you take the names off the locker, put it back into the thing. They had boxes of nameplates. That's how many people was coming in and out.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, that was 2003. 2004, 47 catches. 894 yards in 14 games. And then you hurt your knee? You hurt your knee that year, right?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I run a route, shook the DB. No hit, no nothing. I shook the DB, walking back to the huddle. I didn't even get touched. I went back to the huddle, and all of a sudden my knee was hurt. So
non-contact.
My damn meniscus slid out some. So they shaved it, and then I ended up playing back in the playoff game.
Okay. So then that was 2004. So is this your last year playing?
Yes, my last year actually on the field. But 2005, I go back.
Yeah, I said you was hurt, but you was hurt.
So now I'm starting. So now my last couple of years, I'm starting to make more money now. I'm finally one of the top players. Mm-hmm. So this is like my career though. Mm-hmm. So I get a nice little contract, and it's about 4 days before camp. Mm-hmm. It's a career. This the last story of the career right here. Mm-hmm. And I wake up. And my left hip is going blah, blah, blah. It's bubbling, like just jumping like a frog. You know, frog throats. So I'm like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? We haven't stopped training. You know, if you ain't in shape by that time, you're done. Mm-hmm. So I had stopped training. I would just go to the, get stretched, hot tub, cold tub, go out there, run a couple routes, and be done. So I go to the locker room. I tell the trainer like, Chris, Pusky, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like I never felt nothing like this before. Oh, no, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? It's not his fault, you know what I'm saying? We get massage, he did the little stem and all that. We get ready. I go out to the field, and one of the homies was like, hey, what's up, Archie? And bumped me just a little bit, like barely. And it set my toes crumbled like this, and it set my whole left leg on fire. Like it felt like somebody was inside my leg with a torch, torching my leg from the waist to the toes. So what happened was my my disc went inward and it hit the nerve that controls my calf. So I lost my whole left leg because no message could get down there. So my whole leg was skin and bone, just skin. I've never seen nothing like it. Where it was just bone and all the extra skin from the muscle that was there was just hanging, skin just hanging. And I drug my leg. I used to walk and drag my leg for probably about a year and a half, 2 years. And then, so that was it. It was saying it was nerve. Oh, the nerve would come back. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knew what it was. But I ended up having to get surgery like 7 years later because it went away. I trained real hard, and it went away. Sam Norris, Big Sam, got me in shape at Lord's Fitness. He got me in shape. I went tried out for Montreal, killed the tryout. But it was like, God was like, don't do it. Because I had in my foot the whole time, I still had nerve damage. So still to today, for the last 18 years, I know because on my daughter's birthday is my last day leaving Canada. So I still got sciatic. And then my left foot from my heel to my second toe is always numb. So I've been dealing with that every day for the last 17 going on 18 years.
And so
that's how my career ended.
You retire right there.
Right.
That's your Canadian football career.
That's it. It's over now.
Yeah. So you go through all that, all those injuries and stuff, and I bet you'll still probably do it all again.
All again.
Sure.
I'm kind of off though. You gotta excuse me.
I tell people all the time. You feel me? If you want to play football, you gotta have some loose screws.
Yeah, you do. You gotta be a little loony.
It's not for normal people.
Nah, it ain't. It ain't. Normal person go out there and be like, whoa, look at these hyenas coming at me.
So now you done playing,
right?
Done playing and everything. How was it for you when you officially got done playing? Like, it
was bad. Like that's why I write, and that's why I try to keep putting game out there.
And you do.
Because
that's one reason why I wanted you to be like, as far as like a type of player like San Diego Go. That's why I wanted you to be one of the first ones, because I see it. I see everything you say.
Right.
As far as, be trying to give up games to the young guys, and that's why I wanted to bring you on here.
So it was like dark places, because a lot of people didn't believe me when I'm telling them like what's wrong. Family, a lot of people were like, oh, you know what I'm saying, you just want people to feel sorry for you and this and that. I'm like, bro, I don't care about you feeling sorry for me. I'm telling you what I'm really going through.
Real life shit going on.
Like I'm trying to learn how to walk. I'm trying to get my leg back. I lost my family, all this at one time. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it mentally had me distraught to where it was some days I didn't care about living. You know what I'm saying? You be like, what am I here for? I don't know. You go from being Archie. We got 50,000 people saying your name to now even some of your homies is talking about you. Oh man, he has been. Oh man, he ain't this, he ain't that. You know, there's nobody. So all these people who was around you, who broke bread with you, ain't around no more. So now your truths that you thought was your truths ain't there. I still have some, society. That's why I'm always happy to have brothers. My brother Dante, my brother Drew, they would always roll with me. And my dad told me when we were younger, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you got brothers, man, you love them, don't fight them, because they're gonna be the ones when your friends disappear, they're gonna be the ones there for you.
That's real. That's bigger than football. That's a life lesson right there.
Life lesson.
A life lesson. Say it one more time, man. Say it one more time.
If you got family, brothers, sisters, mama, daddy, keep them close. Because when it ain't good, when the chips are gone, when you down, they're going to only be the only ones around for you.
I agree, man. Like I said, man, hey, love my brother. He right here.
Right.
That's my best friend right here.
You know what I'm saying? That means a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got a lot of homies who you had back in high school ain't around no more. You had to separate. Yeah. Some are doing stupid stuff. Some just didn't. You found out they wasn't there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Having kids, you feel me?
Yeah.
They don't understand that your life got to change. You can't live how they living.
Right.
Because they don't got kids.
Right. I don't want to go to the club. I want to go home and watch and be with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Real stuff. So, you're not playing no more. You done playing now. You know what I'm saying? You helping out with the youth. Why don't you tell the people what you got going on with the youth and everything?
So yeah, when I got done, I don't know if you know about Lord's Fitness. I started. So I needed something to get my mind back, and kids actually saved my life because I didn't really care about my life no more. And then I got a job working, and we did a program from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night where you could drop your kids off. It used to be people from every hood come drop. We was on Market Street. So they be kids from every hood. They be dropping them off on Market Street. That's where I met Corey Thompson's daddy. Okay. So the Carters, everybody used to come, drop their kids. We had people from all, and that's got me back. So that's when I got back in shape. So I get back in shape. I'm out there playing basketball with the kids, and the injury comes back. I get the burning back again. So this time it's even worse to where I can't even stand up no more. So if you know, I used to coach on the Pilates ball.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that. Because my dad used to coach at Balboa, and I was just helping him out. That's when my brother was playing. Right. And I used to always see you sit on the medicine ball.
I had to sit on the medicine ball. Sometimes I had to lean over it. Yeah. And that's how much I needed to be out there, though. Yeah. Where I should have been at home, but I was like, if I'm at home going through all this, it ain't going to be right. Yeah. So I came back. And then Dante in 2009, so I was back in 2005. 2009, he came to me. Remember he coached with your dad, and they just left Chula Vista. And then Dante was like, "Man, I think it's time for me to be a head coach." And I think I don't know if your dad could. I think he might have set out a year or something. I'm not sure though.
My dad went down.
Oh, that's what happened?
I was too young.
Yeah.
Oh, so he went down with you?
Because he was with him, and that's when he was like the youngest one.
Oh, okay.
With them.
So that's why they separated.
Yeah.
So then he was like, well, he's staying down. The boys are this age, though. Yep. So he was like, let's coach. Mm-hmm. So we went to East Lake, and he was like, come coach with me. So, I mean, that's when I had T. White.
Yeah.
I had...
T. White and Poopy was on there, right?
Yeah, Poopy.
Yeah.
And what's the receiver coach? They used to be with I think he's your cousin or uncle.
Talking about Waleed?
Waleed.
Waleed coached y'all?
Yeah, he was the receiver coach. Yeah, Waleed was the receiver coach.
For sure.
Yeah, we had a coaching staff, homie, and
that got my mind. Y'all had a squad too.
Yeah,
Trey, Momoro.
Yep.
Y'all had a squad.
Rosie,
yeah.
We had a guy named Jordan. Yeah. We had two Jordans. We had Jordan, Poopy Jordan. Really? Oh yeah, we was good, but we had the B team, so they gave us a gang of dudes, and then we had both whites, Jabari and T. White's son.
Yeah.
So we had we brought about 7 with us, sure. But we had a gang of East Lake kids that they was rich, dude. They used to tell you sometimes like, man, coach, I ain't tripping. I'm going home to my $1 million pool. And they would tell you that, but that what got me back right. Coaching got me back right.
Yeah, me too, man. Because when I came back from school, I was really lost, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mad I'm not playing no more.
Right.
Mad at myself, you know what I'm saying? Getting
what else
in
can
trouble.
I have done?
I'm not doing shit.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Outside with the homies.
Doing dumb stuff.
My dad just really was just like, nah, come coach. You feel me? Because
away from that.
I always helped him out and stuff, but he was like, nah, come coach.
Right.
You feel me? And that saved me. That started keeping me busy.
Yes.
I didn't have time to go chill with the homies and do all the other
because
shit.
now you're responsible for a lot of people. Yeah, you're not responsible for yourself no more. So now you ain't even thinking about yourself no more. You're thinking about other responsibilities, and that's what gets your mind right.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I don't keep you too long, man. I know it's football Sunday. Yeah, you got your Bears coming.
We got one more thing. Yeah. We got the Falcons.
Yeah. My bad. Yeah. Talk to us about the San Diego Falcons. Yeah.
I can't lie. It really hurt. Like it hurt me not to be at Skyline. If any me,
Skyline through and through, man. We just talked about you, Skyline through and through.
I'm Skyline. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, I'm Skyline. I will always be Skyline. That's gonna be in me. And like not to be there, like it really like took some out of me. Like it took some of my passion away. But bro was like, man, I want to start a new league, and you know how it is. I'm with bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride with him no matter what. I don't be wanting to do it.
They know they be trying to blackball him. You know what I'm saying? But
they be on because he too strong minded for him. So when you don't go into the crowd, is you start figuring out, especially around you, if you ain't in the little in crowd, they all team up against you. You know what I'm saying? And they act like they don't.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Bro, politics is real, man.
They team up against you.
They put pops through it too.
Yeah,
so.
you already know. You
bro.
already know. So it seems like it's the one who the most passionate for the kids. You would think that's the ones
Dante
they push.
Emerson is really he's really about
passionate.
The kids, bro. He's not trying to make no money off these kids.
No,
he just really want to coach football.
He's way more passionate.
He wants to keep them out of trouble.
Yes, because
he's in it for the right reasons.
Because Dante was a good athlete. Well, Dante chose some wrong decisions when he was younger, and he don't want the kids to do what he, and that's why it's a good combination. Mm-hmm. That's why we bounce off each other so good. And Dante's like Coach Black.
Yeah.
Dante don't play no games.
I had Coach Black at Horizon, and when I tell you this man, you feel me? And he's a big dude. You feel me? Like,
right.
You know, he's a fat dude, big dude. You feel me? So, and he was so strong. Like, he's like probably him and Coach Ryland. He was my strength coach at Horizon. These are probably some of the strongest, like, just fat dudes that you wouldn't know they was that strong.
Yes.
He would pick us up by our collar and throw us on the chair.
Yes.
And he's old. Like, like with you, he was way younger. This is an older man. I know he was over
straight
60 something right there. And he can barely walk, but he get mad. We're not even doing nothing. He just want to come and just bully you. You feel me?
He was
but he
strong
kept
like
you
a
on your
bull.
toes. He would just, like I said, he would pick you up by your collar, slam you on the table,
right,
punch you in front of come to you in class.
Yes.
You feel me? Coach Black was
no joke.
Yeah, love Coach Black though. Love him.
That him and my dad was who, and Uncle Lloyd was the one who got them coaching. Mm-hmm. Coach Johnson was the one that got them coaching, and then them two taught us everything. And then Coach Black, I'm like my dad, and Dante's like Coach Black.
I got
where
you.
He ain't playing no games.
Yeah.
But with those guys, they're strong and their personalities are strong, and they own your butt real tough. Mm-hmm. But they show you so much love that the meanness don't matter. Okay. It's a good combo.
Yeah. So you guys got the Falcons,
right?
You guys will be in Pop Warner.
We'll be in Pop Warner.
This will be for next year, right?
Next year. We was going to do it this year. Mm-hmm. My brother started having heart issues.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so he used to be, and that's how passionate this guy is he's out there with heart problems, and he's out there like can't be in the sun. He get in the sun for a little bit, got to go sit in the shade, and he's still trying to do it. Yeah. So it's been plenty of nights where we on the phone, like, bro, it's not that serious. Yeah. Like, your kids is grown.
Yeah, on everything.
He be like, nah.
He can't get it right for his grandbabies now. That's what he's thinking about.
This is what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know, but ain't no reason to die out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to take care of yourself first. And then, you know, there's a lot of people saying, oh, because they didn't have no players and all that kind of stuff. Man. Bro, it was people all the way till third week calling, trying to bring players. So we could have put a couple teams together. Yeah. But it just was, you know, it wasn't
the time. Wasn't the time yet. Wasn't the time. Now get his health right. You feel me? Anybody that got kids, I know they looking. They don't care if you. I know them. Right. They go coach whoever. You feel me? So if the kid just wants to start up, want to have some fun, want to learn the game, bring them over there with the Amersons, man. They battle tested through and through. They know what they talking about. So like I said, man, San Diego Falcons. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
sir. Yes,
next
sir.
year when you on the lookout, you need some. Holla at them, man. You guys will see them around. Y'all need anything from me? You know what I'm saying? Support, whatever y'all know, I'm gonna show up.
I'm gonna get in that defensive playbook, homie. I need some of them defensive plays.
Holla at me, man. I'm here. I'm here to help out everybody I can, man.
Yeah, I remember I used to sneak and tell you some stuff, but I was like, oh man, he got it now. I ain't gotta say nothing no more.
Bro, but people don't know, bro, because my first game against Cathedral, you feel me? You was the one telling me about the whole bear front and everything, and I kind of had to use it. You know, I kind of used that. And like I said, it was like just for like the wing tee. I used that, and then I really used Dre's defense.
Right.
Because it was a wing tee. That's all you really see in Pop Warner is the wing tee. I just remember like everything that some of the stuff Dre used to tell me, and I knew it was high school, so it was be a little more. The offense was gonna be a little more complicated, so I just tell them different stuff to look for. But it was pretty much what you told me with the line. That's how I worked my D tackles and my nose guard.
Right.
And then it was pretty much what he did, and
it just becomes one-on-one football.
Yeah, exactly.
So once you do, hey, I'm gonna get y'all in position to win. If you don't win, that's on you. You can't blame me because I'm gonna get you one-on-one.
Yeah, exactly. But nah, man. So, like I said, man, I appreciate you coming through.
All day.
You know what I'm saying? I said, man, I just wanted to give you your flowers.
Appreciate you.
Get your story out there to the newer generation of Dago.
Right.
Give them a little bit of history lesson and let them know some of the greatness that we got coming through the city.
Man, much appreciated.
Yes, sir. So it's Wild Bunch Talk Show. Appreciate you, big bro, for coming through.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Talk to y'all soon.